Welcome back. We're discussing restrictions imposed by the United Kingdom in granting of student visas. Remember, going down under also has become difficult. Australia too has brought in stricter rules to decide on who they want and who they don't.
Racist or not, these attacks on Indians in Australia are already making many youngsters think twice. But for those still hoping to make it to the lucky country, the rules just got tighter. Engineers, teachers and nurses get priority for visas. Cooks and hairdressers are not welcome. And students must have 18,000 Australian dollars to pay for their education. Foreign Minister Stephen Smith told Parliament this will reduce the incentive for overseas students to apply for a particular course simply to gain permanent residency. The new rules may also be intended to keep out those more vulnerable to violence. Nearly 100 Indians were attacked in Australia just last year.
I was just by myself in a train and sitting in the second compartment of a train, and suddenly a few people just jump in. Then they just start bashing me. And continuously they were bashing me, or they just didn't stop me for nearly 3 to 4 minutes.
It has emerged that at least one victim was killed by Indians, but that hasn't altered the perception of racist Australia.
That 60% are very nice, but those 40%, this young generation doesn't like us.
We never accept late night shifts. If we are accept, then we have to take grab a taxi or like that, and we have to come with friends. And
bad publicity got Australia to shut down scores of dubious institutes. Australia wants social harmony and better educated immigrants. The world can take it or leave it. With Surya Gangadharan in New Delhi, this is Priyanka Sathe.
Right, so it's just not the United Kingdom. Naveen, is this going to be a global phenomenon that we're going to see from all Western countries imposing stricter restrictions on student visas specifically?
Raghav, I believe that all countries are going to try and cut out the abuse of the system. I don't believe that any of us has the right to abuse the system. So, I mean, it's a very, very simple equation. You have the money, to finance yourself, go ahead and study and take all the full advantage of this. You don't have the money, you can't then demand that, right, I'll go there and I'll also work. So, I mean, you can't do it.
Right. Perhaps the most important question here is what happens to that genuinely talented student who perhaps gets admissions at a recognized university anywhere in the world. Jyoti, I believe you have one such student who wants to pose a question to Naveen Chopra.
Well, yes, of course, the biggest question that everybody is asking, what do we do now? I mean, we know the situation, what do we do now? So, but what's your specific question?
There were many students who were planning to go to UK for their further studies. In fact, they were preparing themselves according to the previous rules. In fact, their plans and their dreams have been shattered with the new set of rules set by them. So, what should they do now? What steps should they follow now to pursue their dreams?
First and foremost, you should not be looking at the bottom end private dukan type operations to study in the UK. If you're going into a genuine university or a genuinely recognized place, I don't believe you'll have any problem, provided that you have the funding and provided that you're not going to go around and indulge in forgeries and all that sort of stuff, which is happening a lot in Punjab.
Right, so pretty much the worry is for those who don't have the funds, who've got the talents. It's the same anywhere in the world now. If you don't have the money and you have the talent, you do have a problem wherever it is, whether it's the United Kingdom or the Australia. That's the word in from the expert. Thanks very much, Naveen Chopra, for joining us this evening. Thanks very much, Jyoti Kamal from Chandigarh, and also Habib Rahman from London in sharing in your views and thoughts. Thanks for watching. We hope that the UK dream will continue to remain a reality.